Oh, it has been a while.
A little bit.
Gosh.
Okay, fix it tip number 30. Sometimes all you need is a potato.
A potato.
Sure.
I'm feeling very
Potato.
called out
So
right
how do you
now.
harvest a potato? There is that.
Very called out.
The game doesn't actually offer any potatoes.
No. It's the principle of potato batteries, I suppose.
Yes. Am I carrying anyway?
Yeah, just a whole bunch of construction junk. And also, almost 2,000 rounds of turbo ammo.
I've got 1,000 and change of homing.
Actually getting low on home.
Yeah, technically I've got a lot of train building stuff, but I don't think I'm building much in the way of trains anytime real soon.
Today, I guess we're looking at starting to set up nuclear power.
It's very much the looking at part.
Yeah.
We may actually make some initial progress, but it's also going to be a lot of, well, how are we going to do this, and where are we putting those?
Well, I built the initial platform at least, so there's that. So that we have a nice safe space above all the spiders.
Yeah. We'll see how safe it actually is.
Yeah. At the very least, it's hoverable, so, you can get some vertical room. Worst case scenario.
There is that. Clearance. Oh yes, I did redo some of this, didn't I? Yeah, I slightly tidied up the area around the hypertube. Our first main hypertube out to Caterium.
Oh, yeah.
Slightly less janky. I mean, I didn't actually move the hypertube much. I think I moved like one pylon of it. But there was a lot of stuff around it that was kind of a hot mess.
Mm-hmm. There's a...
Speaking of hot messes, why is there a...
There's a random crate.
Eh?
Yeah, I see that.
Like near home or out where we're building?
It's somewhere
No,
to the
really
southwest.
far away. It's out by...
Oh, it's way at the most southwestern end of the map, probably while you were deconstructing some...
Yes. Okay, so that must be concrete bits hovering in there. Oh, well, those are going to be there a while.
Yeah.
Good thing I...
I forget why there's a conveyor lift hole just at random here, but away it goes. Boy. Am I just going to hover my way out to our new facility? Yeah, pretty much.
That's what I'm doing.
Oh,
so,
there you are.
To get the, I suppose the discussion started, between last session and this one, when I had ample time, I looked at, like, potential nuclear setups, potentially using alternate recipes that we haven't unlocked yet. And what I discovered is that the numbers are very clean if you use the standard recipes, but get very messy very quickly once you start using the alternates, and they don't get that much simpler.
Yeah.
Like at
so
most,
it gives you different logistics physically, but it doesn't make the numbers any better.
Yeah, like at most you can maybe cut out sulfuric acid, but it means you don't have a clean even number of nuclear power plants, and
which throws all kinds of things off.
And you still have to do no matter what, you still have to do the water recycling stuff from that one part.
Okay, how handy there's a MAM right here. I wonder how that happened.
Gee, I wonder. I just realized I wanted to bring the hard drives with me to the build site so we can keep running those.
Probably a good idea.
That's probably why I had them on me.
And you've got power lines. Woof, almost.
Where are you right now, Gradek?
Near the train station we just built.
Ah.
Just came through the zone of the computer goes haywire.
Ah, there you are. Okay. Also, thank you, Pulsar. Greetings, and Nix. They wish Nix a happy birthday.
Oh, thank you. Took me a second to remember it was my birthday.
Oh, by the way, in case
Yeah.
you had forgotten.
Yeah, we're playing today on, Nix's birthday, so...
Love the desaturated sepia tone, whatever is going on. The lighting here.
Yeah, the lighting in the swamp is creative.
You best start believing in horror movies, player. You're in one.
A little bit. Well, anyway, I figure there should be plenty of room to get started.
Okay,
Oh,
so the
Pulsar's
water's
playing.
just kind of over that
Pulsar's
way.
playing Riven right now. That's interesting.
Ooh, wow.
Yeah.
There's a blast from the past. The sequel to Myst.
Yep.
Oh, I remember now. Wow, that is a blast.
It was like, what was it, 7 CDs or whatever?
Yeah, vaguely recall. I never actually finished any of those games, even though we had them.
I finished Myst once.
I got
And OG Myst, not any of the, remakes and remasters and what have yous.
partway through Mist and Mist Uru,
Oh yeah,
but
Uru was
that
a thing
was
too, yeah.
but that was
I messed around in Uru for a while and found that pretty fun, but yeah, I got stumped after a certain point because I did not take... We were young, and I did not take enough notes.
yeah, same. I found a surprising amount just from puttering around.
Uru lets you putter around for a long time before it starts putting up walls.
Mm-hmm. Until it goes, you weren't paying attention, were you?
Okay.
All right, so you ran power everywhere.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
yeah.
so that the entire... All of this platform is hoverable. Every single part of it.
All right.
And even safely hover under it.
Yep.
And that is a big chunk of real estate you created here, and I fully approve of that.
I have a feeling we may need even more at some point, but... This should be an ample starting point.
Yep. Okay.
They're interesting options.
All right, so one thing we can be relatively sure of right off the bat is that the actual power plants are going to be on the east edge.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's closest to the water end.
Yep.
Boy,
They will want that water. So the main question in my mind that I think we should probably ask first is how many nuclear power plants do we want?
Ooh.
Because we can basically make this work cleanly with any multiple of 2 or 3, from what I found out in my research.
Yeah, if we go vanilla, it's basically if you're not overclocking your miner. I mean, I think I'm just using a regular Mark II miner, which kind of silly now. I'm powering, I think, 6 off of impure,
And
here we're looking at a normal kind of over that
yep,
away.
yep. In the cave beneath that waterfall. Yep.
So technically, even just vanilla, we can probably get a dozen power plants in this thing, if I
Probably.
remember correctly.
We could, yeah.
We want to
But
aim
is
for a
that
dozen and see where we are
do we
after
want
that?
to make just the biggest nuclear power plant? We can just for fun, or because we don't. The thing is, we don't need the power super much.
Right. Well, just go
We
nuts.
could get away with 2 and call it a day.
True.
But the question is, like, how much of a challenge do we want to set up for ourselves, and do we want that to be a lot of challenge, or just get the basics done and say we did?
A modest challenge or a serious challenge. Because I tell you, one of the challenges, the more plants we get, is going to be getting the more and more water.
Yep.
Like, we're going to have to string a whole mess of water extractors in and around every bit of water. I mean, I actually wonder how deep any of those water things are.
Oh.
Production, water extractor. Okay,
Oh,
yeah.
those aren't deep enough.
No, yeah, that's what I was saying. We're going to be running pipes a ways.
Dang.
And then head lifting.
That is good to know. I did not check that beforehand. That's interesting. Actually, I wonder if the water nearest to the waterfall is more plentiful.
We may be going back to my ridiculous idea after all.
Yeah, it might actually have a deal of merit.
What if, hear me out, if the water at the top of the waterfall is enough, then we don't have to worry about any headlift.
That's right, because that is technically higher than
Weirdly correct,
we are
yeah.
now. We could drop the water in from above. As long as we, just have a giant mass of pipes coming this way. Because despite my, hilarious idea of doing it all with trains, no, that's that's too much latency in the water delivery.
Hmm.
I mean, as it is, it's going to be a stacked bundle of like 4 wide, 3 high, or 3 wide, 4 high, or whatever, just packed in pipes. Let's see. There's a power lead right there. I do a lot with this. Let me put one here. All right, I'm using different hotkeys. Oh, there you go. You got it.
See,
There are bare to place power leads on the steel framework sometimes. Yeah, maybe.
Well, really? Okay, so
What?
the space immediately next to the waterfall is not deep enough, so you have to go back a fair bit further before it's valid.
Question is how much, like how much real estate can we
Well,
reasonably expect to be able to use?
you've got this sort of like U-bend here with a fair amount of real estate, especially towards the larger end of the larger of the two waterfalls. But yeah, you kind of have to get back a ways before you start having valid water extractor bits. That's interesting.
Well, if we need to pull it from the lake down below, I can get it high up. And
Yeah, either way, it's not really like insurmountable. It's just like how much of a hassle do we want?
Yeah, which challenge are we taking on, basically?
Are you wiring these?
Yeah, there is now a run of power. Of course, not up this way.
I'm slightly curious about. There are some pockets of water beneath the waterfalls that are deep enough. As well, looks like.
Huh. So, like, over there-ish.
Yeah.
Maybe. So, yeah, so there's a
Down here
whole
some-
U-bend. Got it.
Yep.
Can't get too close to the waterfall, but like there's a lot of space in that lake.
Yep. Plenty of room
Mhm.
for some water extractors in their pipes.
yeah.
Yeah, the lake itself is fine. We would just have to figure out how we're going to grid it. Yeah, I think we could do that. I think that's workable.
So
And as noted,
take
it saves us a lot of head lifting because we're going to have to stack pumps if we want to try and get it from sea level, as it were.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we'll pull the water from this direction then.
That works.
All right. So then the power plants themselves will probably be situated on the west side of the platform.
And now, after having started out saying they're going to be on the east, no, that is fine.
we're
A better solution
figuring-
presented itself, and I'm good with that.
Yeah, good idea, Nix.
I was hoping.
This will probably not end up being the final frame platform on which the pipes are carried across, but it will do for now.
It is a it's a guideline, almost literally.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
Hello.
I don't have any supercomputers, so I can't actually build it. But
I don't know if anyone.
that's basically what we're looking at.
I'll be right back.
I can make like 3.
I don't think I have enough materials. I'm carrying just raw construction materials around.
Yeah, that's most of what I got too. But yeah, we could fit a whole bunch of them, really.
Yeah, they're large, but not.
Well, it's man time.
It is.
Okay, I'm back.
We'd probably, since the uranium's coming from the same way, we'd probably orient the inputs and outputs over on this side anyway.
Right, if the uranium is coming from this direction as well. The uranium is going to be coming in from under the waterfall. Is that where it's a
Yeah,
cave in behind there?
there's a cave on the right side, and then it goes left, and there's the uranium node.
So you enter there-ish, but it's actually somewhere over there.
Yeah.
Okay. That means the exit point will be on that right side.
There we go. My ping wasn't quite going that far.
Well, the good news is we really don't care if the uranium goes farther east along the ground. We have no intention of being on the ground any longer than absolutely necessary anyway.
Yep.
So
I mean, once we complete this whole operation, once we complete this whole operation, we're never coming back to the swamp. The spiders can have all that juicy radiation all to themselves.
True.
Although the uranium's going to come from that way, but it's not raw uranium that goes into the reactors. It's the uranium fuel rods.
Right. Which is something that happens after you go through a couple of processes.
Yeah.
There's blenders, then there's the... Is it assemblers or manufacturers?
All right, time to open up the status calc. So how you trick it into giving you a clean planner for uranium power is you create a planner for the production of plutonium fuel rods, basically.
Yes. Yes. Pretty sure it's like, and you need some refineries because you got to do the acid, which is going to be another source of water. But we can just get one water thingy on the south or east side or whatever. Swizzle straw that up here to be the source. Because you don't need a lot of water for... Because there's two processes. There's the sulfuric acid for the first and last stages.
There we go, finally.
And then there's the nitric acid.
Yep.
Oh,
nitric
yeah,
acid has to be part of this. Steel-coated plate. All right.
Filed under, sure, whatever.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, still need to do 2 more of those. Okay. And that will be somebody's pet project. Will be going to be a fun challenge too, because it's going to be the because we're probably going to drone those in, because trying to get a train to the nearest source of nitrogen, which I think is still that one way up at the northern edge, north of our starting area.
We've got nitrogen to the south of us, too.
We do?
Yep.
I believe I planned it out so that there's nitrogen nearby.
Yeah, there's nitrogen to the south.
Yep, there's a well to the directly south of us, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Might be a bit of a pipe journey, but it'll get there. Mist has a tabletop RPG? I guess I should be surprised.
Everything has a TTRPG now.
Goodness gracious,
Mhm.
they do.
Just everything. Okay, so
So to task one manufacturer making plutonium fuel rods to make 0.25 plutonium fuel rods per minute, basically puts 5 nuclear power plants to work.
oh, it's 5. Okay.
Yeah.
Why did I think it was 6? Hmm.
5 is not
been a while.
quite one of the clean numbers that load balances evenly, but
Okay, so 5 uses up what amount of uranium?
5, that would be, where's the uranium on this chart? Come on, guys. Oh yeah, that's like 100 units per minute of uranium.
Which isn't even a Mark II miner on that normal node, because that's 120.
Yep.
If we throw a Mark III on the normal node, we'll get 240 a minute uranium.
Yep.
I'm
So,
gonna go snag us a bunch of supercomputers.
That's okay. We're still in the
Yeah.
planning phase.
Yeah,
We can always move them, but having a bunch of them placed so we can kind of start doing the
that's what
planning.
I'm thinking. Having them plunked down so that
You have a
we
visual
have-
reference. Here's how much space that's going to take up, and we need to work around it.
Maybe once we have like the number of buildings we need planned out, then we grab all that. So yeah, it's basically like from here we can just turn the dial on like, do we want more or less what? Because at this number, everything's like
I'll be right
one
back
of these,
again, sorry.
1.5 of these, 2.5 of these, 2 of these, 1 of these. It's pretty clean numbers throughout, and they all scale reasonably well. Like, I'm just gonna post
Oh, that's horrifying.
the regular like 5 version of the planner in the Discord chat.
120 a minute, 120 a minute, 120 a minute, 120 a minute. I don't remember how much those things take.
So yeah, it's all pretty achievable. Even like as we noted before, nuclear power plants don't require a lot of any particular material besides maybe water. It just requires a lot of everything.
It needs a lot of freaking water, though. Because if you were powering the 5 nuclear power plants listed there, it takes 1,200 a minute. Aside from what you need from the sulfuric acid and the nitric acid. It's just a lot.
Yeah, water might be the most complex material involved here. Yeah, basically by cranking that number up or down by 0.05, we basically add or remove an entire nuclear power plant to this equation, and everything else adjusts accordingly.
Limestone, sulfur, nitrogen gas.
I also took out the part that involves making aluminum ingots, because
yeah,
that makes it look more
Yeah,
daunting
I'm
than
back.
it is at this point. Welcome back.
My husband woke up from his nap, so I was helping him get some food going.
Gotcha.
right. So yeah, by default, the 0.25 plutonium fuel rod only requires 100 uranium. We could double that and change with a Mark III miner on that thing. So
We could take this to absolute crazy town if we want.
Keep forgetting we have 3 miners.
we have Mark III miners, and that is
And
really
the
handy.
resources to build them.
Yeah.
It takes, okay, you have to get to 300 uranium to get 0.75 plutonium fuel rods, and that powers 15 nuclear power plants. But then you need 35, almost 3,600 cubic meters a minute of water.
Yeah, you need an entire water plant to get that going.
I feel like weirdly the limiter for this is not going to be the uranium. It's going to be
It's gonna be
how
the
much
water.
water do we feel like trying to transport?
How much water do we feel like we can make the bandwidth for? Yeah.
I mean, you guys just set in the mountain. I'm pretty sure I could figure it out. The last
Yeah, that's
water
again,
thing was fun.
that's the question is like this could all be doable, just how much do we actually want to do with, our time on this earth?
Yeah. A fully overclocked water extractor at basically 250% clock speed cranks out an entire Mark 1 pipe by itself.
Yep. That's 300 per.
And nuclear power plant. Power generated. Yeah, I don't care about water's per uranium node. I just want to know fuel consumption. 240 water per minute per plant. So we don't have to maximum overclock each water extractor. Only 200%.
Yep, a water extractor with 2 shards in it can meet the needs of 1 nuclear power plant.
Yep.
Keep things
so
nice.
Basically, however many water extractors we can safely fit.
And drag the pipes over, yeah.
Well, there's also
easy.
Another potential source of extra water.
Oh, yeah.
Because we've got that water fracking site just a little bit north of us.
Oh, I forgot about that.
It has 4 pure bits and some impures, which
that's true. It's a bit.
We can take 2 each of those. It's a bit of a hike, though.
It's a bit of a longer ways.
My food is here. I'll be right back.
It's only a little bit further than we're already going, though, for this water.
Yeah.
That's the sad part. It's like it's actually
raw
not
distance,
that
yeah.
much further, but it is more elevation. It'd have to be some
940 meters. 609 meters, so it'd be an extra 300 meters, basically.
Yeah. It's a potential additive, though at that point we might as well just go to the ocean.
Yeah.
And swizzle straw it. I was just going like, oh yeah, that's a thing that if we need more water.
Yeah, you could get a pretty high volume of water that way.
It's actually not that much, though, because like each node is 120. You'd have to overclock them to make each of them go.
So the pures would be 240, and yeah.
And yeah, so you overclock those to 240, and now you've got 4 of those. So basically, that's 4 power plants covered.
Gotcha.
Which isn't nothing, but I guess the real question is, how many water extractors do we want to try and cram into that lake? And I bet we can fit quite a few.
Yeah, we absolutely can.
Because each water extractor is a nuclear power plant.
Yeah.
That's pizza.
Yay, pizza.
I just processed the latest MAM, so you want to put the next hard drive in and do that.
Yeah. Since I'm right next to the hub, I'll run there and do that.
So, production. Each water extractor is... Oh, motors. That's what I'm short on for that.
Oh, I've got motors.
So basically, however many water extractors we can fit up to whatever ridiculous number we want to try for,
we can make it work.
Is how many power plants we can provide. I mean, up to about 15. I don't know if we want to try overclocking the uranium further than that.
No.
I feel like 15 is probably the upper end of what we really want to do.
Yeah.
But it's a nice round, I mean, for certain values of round number. 300 uranium becomes 15 power plants.
Can we load balance that evenly, though? With splitters?
We are making... yes. Because remember, a splitter has 3 outputs.
3, so 3 goes to 3 sets of 5.
Mm-hmm.
It's the fuel rod manufacturers that'll be the trickiest part to make that. Yeah, 3 sets of 5. Yeah, and then it'll be a little tricky to make the splitting work. And it doesn't have to be perfectly exact. It just has to not be a manifold.
How about 3 sets of 4? We do 12.
And then, because you go 1, 2, 3, and then 3, 3, and 3. Well, no, you go 3.
4, 4, 4, then 6 sets of 2.
And then that sets of 2. Okay, we're doing this by 2s. So aim for 12 then.
Yeah.
Yeah, that does nicer things to a lot of the math, I think. Okay, so if you put in 0.6 plutonium fuel rods into your planner, that gets you the 12.
All right.
And exactly 240 units of uranium.
Oh, so that
is exactly a Mark
yeah.
III on that normal node.
So we are going to
we'll use every part of the animal.
Maximize without overclocking the uranium node. Okay. Yeah, that sounds like an appropriate challenge. Okay.
Which means we only need 12 water extractors, which I'm sure we can cram those.
Oh,
yeah.
I'm on it.
Yeah, go for it. That sounds like a
12 water extractors with 2 shards each in them.
Yeah.
Oh, I got that.
It's going to be 1 pipe, 1 nuclear power plant.
And then one of them with an input overflow thing, I'm guessing, to handle the excess water from the non-fissile uranium process.
Yeah, whichever end of the line we put the reclamation on, which I'm kind of guessing would be the southwest corner.
Yeah.
Because we don't necessarily want too much of that reclamation happening at the ramp where we come in.
Yeah, we're gonna want it on the far end.
So sort of, right around here, it's going to be a reclamation process.
Well, the uranium's going to come in.
Also kind
become encased uranium cells, and then uranium fuel rods, and then go to the power plants. So maybe we place the power plants in the middle and kind of build around them.
That's an idea.
Yeah, I can see that.
Because, like, the closest end to this is going to have, like, manufacturers and whatnot. And assemblers and blenders.
Yeah.
So how many of these power plants am I putting down?
12. Let's start at this end here. Start at the far ends rather than...
Well, I'm just plunking them down to have them down.
Yeah, but I mean, in the general vicinity we're aiming for is not a...
Yeah. I only have enough to plunk down 1 right now.
Okay, so just plunk it down. We'll move it in. Because we also kind of need to eyeball. Okay, here's the inputs. The inputs and outputs are...
I'm gonna put down a box that has the supercomputers I picked up.
Okay. Right, because if we... The quote-unquote fun part's going to be that, like, the solid input and output are underneath the liquid input. The good news is there's no liquid output.
All right.
Whatever goes in does not come back out.
I've pasted the 12 plants version of the planning sheet.
we're definitely going to need to make sure they're spaced enough apart that we've got all the room we need to route whatever between them.
Yeah.
Unless we want to surround them. Do we want the center fed, or do we want to have them just face each other with the input outputs on the outsides? That means we don't have to worry about whether we made them too close or not.
Well, since like we're kind of doing some load balancing on the outside anyway, maybe we just make them all on the same side, and then we just kind of split to all of them on one side. Something like that. I don't know.
I would just put them in a line.
Yeah, put them in a line.
Okay. Do we want them really in the middle, or do we want them kind of off to one side a bit, like off center a bit?
I think centered-ish, but like some buffer room on all sides, I think.
I mean, it's basically where she put it is kind of ideal at that point.
Yeah, actually, yeah. Could be like a little bit more centered, but that's about it, yeah.
It just barely. Hang on, I'm gonna grab.
I didn't work that hard to center it, or I would have gone insane. So.
Oh yeah, totally.
Nope, it's all good. Well, what I will do is I'll adjust one off to the side a little bit. Because it was... Yes, it's encroaching, I know.
This is a 10 wide foundation set. So you're kind of aligning along the center line of 5 and 6 here.
Is that a little more right? Is that like... I'm aiming a little bit more west?
You're actually aiming a little bit more east. Where are you standing, actually? Oh, yeah, like a couple more forward. Get it lined up with that, the foundation tile ahead of you.
I'm kind of hovering here off to the side, so...
Oh, yeah.
Like, my ability to eyeball this is not great.
Yeah, like, aligning on this seam here seems like getting the bounding box aligned with this seam seems about right, yeah.
Well, that's where the existing one is.
Yeah.
The bounding box for the existing one is on that.
Okay, so I think Nick's just got it right the first time, actually.
All right.
Heck
sold.
yeah.
Although that one's facing the other way now.
Oh. Right.
Right. What
Second.
alien thing am I hearing this?
Yep.
That's 2. Oh, geez, do we have
Of course, I
enough room
didn't
for
check.
12? Hmm.
Oh, yeah, we might want to move a little further out.
These are big buildings. I underestimated them.
If you're doing 12, why not just have 6 of them?
Yeah, we might actually have to
And
do
their
2
outputs
rows.
go down the middle.
2 rows of 6. The thing is, we can't.
Yeah,
we'll need to give them more room than that because we can't manifold them.
Yeah.
But if we split into 2 groups of 6 and then maybe
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. 2 groups of 6, and we have the input outputs on the outside of the rows.
Yeah, actually, yeah, you're
That
totally
way we've
right,
got
actually.
all the room we need to
Yeah.
do.
Okay, so yeah,
manifold.
2 rows of 6, but back to back, and with the outputs and inputs on the outsides. Okay, yeah, that's how we do this.
Okay, so
How many water extractors am I making again?
12.
okay,
6.
so and let's get a little more over here. I don't want to get too close to the edge.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, just like, yeah, like that. Yep.
Come on. There
There
we
we-
go. There's
yep.
a slight gap in the bounding boxes between them, but that made it line up neatly.
Yep. That looks great. That's where we're at. Good.
Oh, and look at that! It's like right on your
Right on the
your gray
seam.
tile.
Yeah. Heck yeah.
You got a double gray tile on this side and a single on this side, but we can always
That's
chop
just
and
kind
change.
of how it all worked out. It's just like that's the gray tiles are the bounding box around the glass, sections.
Okay, so in order to make 10 more of those, all right, I'm going to basically queue up. I'm going to go back and get more mats.
Yeah.
I
I
might
can
just call my
climb up
train.
and just climb up all the way to the top of this thing. Dang.
I have my train set to go back and forth.
Okay, it just left, so I will catch it on the rebound.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we now have a plan for plants. Plants plan.
If you have the space for it, some more rotors.
Rotors, you say?
Yep.
I just have a bunch of random sulfur
And
for
copper
no
sheets,
reason.
because I'm going to need that for all the piping.
Okay, rotors and copper sheets, got it. I have some, but
Mm-hmm.
I could start hovering back there, but honestly, I think your train's going to get here pretty quick anyway. It's not that long of a run.
So, question.
Yes.
Given that the inputs and outputs for the solid inputs and outputs are on the same line, does that mean one of them kind of gets like conveyored up a level and then, moved above the other line usually? For the fuel rods and then the nuclear waste coming out.
Yeah, one of them is going to have to be at a different level than the other, but we can also go underneath for some of this too.
Oh.
Like we can have one at quote unquote ground level, and have the other one go through
Interesting.
holes, conveyor holes.
Yeah, if we just build a layer below. I tried to inhale water. Ow.
Don't do that.
Yeah, that's not advisable. Man, these are big things, though.
Table.
Yeah, they are. So the water, I'm probably not going to try to match it up to the bottom of this platform. I'm actually going to bring it in from above and then drop it down to each needs. To keep it from getting into the way of any other conveyors that are coming down.
Oh, that's interesting. Have an above the floor water line that drops down. Interesting. Yeah, that actually sounds really good.
Yeah, it's another good reason to have faced the inputs away from each other too, because the piping for sticks on one side, sticks on the other is going to be complicated.
Yeah, it's gonna want all that aerial real estate. Yeah. That's kind of buck wild.
Okay, I'm going to get over there and start running my line over here. Oh, wait, nope.
Yeah, you need to...
Wait, I can just drop a MAM right here.
Yeah,
I was to say. Which train's going to get here first? Oh, great. Both of our taxis are basically nose to tail. I thought I was going to maybe get mine out ahead of yours, but nope. Okay. Well, we'll have two taxis running, so...
Man,
we have reached 10 left.
Wow.
We haven't even gotten any of the nuclear alts.
Yeah, what the hell,
refuse to show up.
It really wants me to take rubber concrete and rigor motor.
I mean, we'll have to at some point.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, taxi that isn't quite my taxi, but it'll do the job.
It'll do. There you are. I found you, little brat.
Oh, you have a voice.
Yep. and I couldn't tell where it was coming from, and I finally found it.
We bring in so much stuff.
So much stuff.
Also, I need to reroute that power line because it annoys me. Okay, so it literally is an engine thing going on here because this is a whole different computer from the last computer when I saw that flickering. It's just something about being at that part of the map in Unreal Engine 4.
Yeah, a weird
Yeah,
intersection of all the loading zones. Alright, so what part of this would be good to tackle first?
Yeah.
Figure we want to save like most of the uranium stuff for last, because as soon as we start that becomes...
We suddenly are living in our hazmat suits, yeah.
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 Although we could make like the machine infrastructure without bringing out the uranium yet.
Because the thing is, we can essentially get this entire plant set up before we even start bringing it.
Yeah. Basically connecting.
It can just be sitting there waiting.
Connecting the uranium belt is basically the last step of this whole process.
In my case, it was starting up the uranium drone.
Oh.
Because there's nothing safer than aerial transport of highly radioactive materials.
Oh, that's very true.
Just fly planes over the neighborhood filled with uranium. What could go wrong?
Absolutely nothing can go wrong with any part of this plan. Okay. So don't need motors? Why do we not? Oh, I may have a problem with just not being able to carry everything. Well, I don't actually need all this. Well, actually do need the concrete because nuclear power plants require beaucoup concrete.
Yeah, they do.
But I will offload everything that isn't stuff I need. Like, I don't need... Oops. Don't need those. Don't need
Oh, boy.
Oddly enough, I don't need all that steel. It's a weird thing for me to be saying. Supercomputers... Where are we hiding those?
They're in the Mega Drone.
Oh, right. Alclad sheets and cables.
Might as well plop down a few as well.
Where are the Alclad sheets? Are those also in the...
Alclad sheets are next to one of the middle train stations.
Oh, that's right there, over there, yes. And you said you needed copper sheets?
Yes, I do.
These... Yeah, I need 1,000 Alclad thingamajobbers. Doing great. So I need to... What do I need to do here? I need to get...
That was a misclick.
I don't know why I keep trying to shift to slide. Very confused, apparently, on how to play this game.
Oh. Sky got dark and full of galaxies and planets and whatnot. Looked up for my looked up for my nuclear power plants to see the goddamn Milky Way in the distance.
Okay, I may run out of those.
And we just need Mark 1 pipes, right? We don't need the Mark 2s?
We do not need Mark 2s. Yeah. So we don't need crap tons of plastic.
Which is
because 240, these are literally one water extractor to one nuclear power plant at 240, which is just under the limit of a Mark 1 pipe.
Yup. This is gonna be wild.
Hello, train. That's right. That's our aluminum factory over here. Here's the bin. 200 per, huh? I literally am fully maxed out on my carry capacity. But I am bringing back some more copper sheets and a couple hundred rotors.
Mm.
So hopefully that'll at least get you mostly where you need to be.
Should get me, yeah, most of it.
Here, Nick's taxi. See if I can catch it. Boop. I'm on a train.
Amazing how I built all this space and these nuclear power plants are going to take up like a huge chunk of it, as well as the belting, piping, and routing around them.
Yeah. There's a non-zero chance we're going to be pre-staging certain things off that platform or expanding the platform.
Pretty much, yeah. That's kind of what I'm looking at. I'm looking at the chart being like, all right, what parts do I want to start assembling first?
It'll be a bit of a chaotic mess on this side, but they're going to come in pretty neatly across this bridge I'm making.
Yeah, it really doesn't matter. Oh, wow, it gets dark over here.
Yeah,
Yeah, it does.
Nighttime here is
apparently swamp
way dark.
nighttime. Apparently, nighttime swamp is like the most stark nighttime skybox. Apparently, which is not what I would have guessed. I guess the swamp had to have something.
Do you have materials for a couple of these too? Is that why I'm already seeing?
Yeah, I placed down a couple more with the materials I had.
Mama,
I brought back enough for 10, but I didn't need enough for 10. So.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Yeah, and I've got your mats, Nix.
Yeah.
Got your Matthews.
Yeah, the color just kind of goes away.
1, 2,
It's
3,
spooky
4.
here.
Yeah, it's not going to take up the whole platform, but it's going to take a lot.
Yeah.
Auto save, chug. My new computer is powerful, but Satisfactory just is the way it is about saves.
Oh, that is going to be a thing of beauty.
Okay.
My pipes are actually going to be taller than these nuclear power plant.
Oh, and the power lines are going to be facing each other. So yeah, just routing the power between like that is just going to be boop. There you go.
Yep.
Oh yeah, we can take the power right through the middle. That's cool.
A lovely view. Okay, so there is a MAM over here. I'm going to plunk down a storage box next to this MAM here.
Mm-hmm.
Truly.
I can put the where is
There's your rotors and oh hey, yeah. There you go. Enjoy.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
What?
What? Excuse me?
We had another one.
The very last inventory upgrade that fills out the rest of the...
Oh, I would love to have had that about 5 minutes ago when I was going, wow, I'm out of space.
Right.
The last, like, 3 sessions, I've been doing so much traipsing back and forth. Well, it's about dang
Never
time.
enough. Okay, so now I can edit my to-do list and say I don't need any more nuclear power plants. Boop.
Man.
But now there's a box full of hard drives next to the MAM that leads towards the water. So
Makes
any one
sense.
of us can plunk one in.
Makes sense.
Now you will notice one, I'm not going to say amusing, but ironically amusing, let's say, feature. I'm not sure I should even call it a feature of the nuclear power plant. Look at that lovely standing platform above the input outputs.
Yeah, you're gonna
Mhm.
have to come in with those pipes kind of at an angle.
Oh, I'm already aware.
It's just so, like, why did they do that? That was rude. You can't just drop a pipe in from above. You have to have it, like,
Well,
stand
it's
out of
clearly it's so you can climb this ladder, jump up, and watch the beautiful uranium enrichment.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we want to be right in
Right,
front of it.
it's the glass viewing platform, so you can climb up and take a look.
It is actually kind of amusing once that starts filling up and doing its thing. It has the glowing
Take a look.
radioactive material sludge doing its thing.
Mm-hmm.
It is cool to watch.
Gonna be a thing to
Not
behold.
as cool as the particle accelerators, but still pretty cool. All right, we have a lot of room. We need like 8 blenders.
Oh god, do I make like another layer to this or something? Well, it's already like at the height you need to clear a lot of the trees and the bulbous trees.
We can also very easily, like, you'll notice some of this stuff is like, oh hey, we need to make heat sinks.
Yeah.
You know, there's the stuff that's for the plutonium fuel rods and things like that. Those don't have to be on this platform.
Yeah. Although anything that
Belt
involves
those
going
over from a
anything that goes down into the swamp means dealing with spiders.
yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is just
Because
gonna be a
it's
very
like-
very interesting and challenging build all around, I think.
I get the feeling we're gonna expand up or out.
Well, there's also the fact that if we, because one of the things that it's asking you to make is 12 and 4, 16 ECRs. Remember when you were making the electromagnetic control rod site, and I said, yeah, you're probably going to need to expand it so it can produce X amount per minute.
Yeah. Yeah, and it is capable of expanding.
This is why we had that conversation. So we can, in theory, we can tell this planner, hey, we're making.
Do we want to like train in ECR?
Yeah.
Drone it. We'd
Drone it.
want to drone it.
Oh, drone it.
Yeah, we just say, look, we can make 16 per minute of ECRs, and as soon as you add that to the inputs, suddenly a whole bunch of complexity goes away.
Okay.
Because the AI limiters are heading to that. The stators are heading to that.
Okay, yeah, that actually does affect things significantly.
And suddenly
doesn't it?
there's a lot less crap you're dealing with.
Okay. Yeah, then that makes a whole lot of sense. Let's drone those in. As long as we can drone in like over like 20 of them per minute, so that the lag doesn't.
I can-
We don't even
slow
need
things
that
down.
many. It's like 16, I think.
Yeah.
I think the ECR plant is already making either 8 or 12. I don't remember off the top of my head. But I can easily expand it to make more.
Of course, as soon as you sell it, you've got electromagnetic control rods. The whole web of equipment scrambles.
Yeah, ain't ideal.
I feel like I've been here before.
Because you have.
Yeah, because I have. The other thing is EIBs.
EIBs were making
And
a
the
crap
heat
ton
sinks.
of.
Are we making heat sinks dedicated anywhere?
The heat sinks are not dedicated anywhere. They are going to Megadrone storage right now.
Yeah, they're
Oh.
just. Yeah, we're making like offhand heat sinks that aren't being used for anything right now.
Okay, so I think I want to go see how many we're actually making per minute.
I think it's like
Because that'd
maybe
be another.
two manufacturers worth.
Assemblers?
It's a two assemblers worth. I think I would need to go back and
Because
check.
it's only like
Oh well,
one
no.
assembler it's asking us to do for this.
Some of them are also. It's also like overflow from production of cooling systems as well. So it actually is being
Oh,
used for
that's right. It's
something.
part of the tier 8 sites. Yes,
Yeah.
that's right.
So it's not. It is actually being spoken for. It's just that we have overflow going on.
We have like point something overflow. If I
Okay,
remember
so
right.
not dedicated.
No, okay. Yeah, no, I was wrong.
Okay.
Those are spoken for heat sinks. It's just that we have a little bit over that we can have as offhand stuff if we need it.
Yeah.
All right, so what I'm thinking is that's another thing we make offsite. Because that takes copper, it takes the alclad sheets.
Well,
Yeah.
we do have
We have a
bauxite in
lot.
this swamp.
Yeah, but we're already making the ingots. I mean, the ingots are the least of our problems. As a matter of
Like,
fact, copper sheets and alclad aluminum sheets, like we're already making a bunch of alclad
we've
sheets over by the train station where I just was.
yeah. And there's a
Copper right
copper
there too.
node. Yeah, it's an impure, but it's still a copper node that can be used.
And we need very little.
Mm-hmm.
Like this planner says 46 units per minute of copper ore. Okay.
Oh yeah, yeah. We've got plenty of that.
I feel like we can get the heat sinks out of that location next to the train stations, near the Caterium dump, and then that can be delivered in. Like
Well,
we don't need to try and make that all.
that'll be alclad sheets and
Yeah, the alkyd sheets are already being made over there
right
by that
there,
train station.
literally at that location.
yeah, those are the ones that are for like construction of conveyor belts and whatnot.
Yeah, it's just there, so it's like us siphoning off some of that production to make heat sinks wouldn't be a problem.
Yeah, we'll hardly notice.
Yeah.
And a few copper sheets, also not a problem. And that takes several smelters, constructors, assemblers, and aluminum delivery out of this picture because we don't need to bring aluminum here anymore because the only thing the aluminum is for is the heat sinks.
Yeah. I gotta grab me some more water. I'll be right back.
All right.
Sorry I'm stepping away so much.
No worries. It's your birthday. Do what you want.
Yeah. So it wants 6 minutes of heat sinks. I will just tell it. I will lie to it and then say that's exactly what I'm making. 6. And there's the heat sinks. Fantastic. Why are you like that?
Why are you the way that you are?
Right? I think we're getting rain on. Where are the aluminum ingots? Yeah, suddenly the aluminum ingots are irrelevant because I told it I'm making 6 heat sinks, and it's like, yeah, so you've got 100 aluminum ingots just sitting here. Why?
Yeah.
Like, okay, let me set that to 0. There we go. Okay. So heat sinks and ECRs we will make off-site.
Okay.
It still leaves a lot. I mean, we're ways away from being done here. We are going to have to bring in a lot of concrete or make on-site or near on-site. I don't know what kind of...
Oh, wow. And the heat sinks are just for the plutonium fuel rods. That's crazy.
That's it. That's the only reason they're here. Map it.
So nitric
Well, there's
acid.
a radar tower there. It's just like, no, there's just nothing there. Oh, I turned off all the resources. That's why. Boop.
Nitric acid, sulfuric acid.
Yeah.
EIBs. Yeah, a whole bunch of stuff.
There's a pure limestone over there, and the problem is it's in the swamp.
Yeah. Like I picked this location because there's a lot of varied resources over here. The problem is it's also where the spiders live.
There's a pure Caterium hiding down there near that crude oil. That's near the crude oil fracking site. That is wild. Oh yeah, the nitrogen gas is going to be a thing. By the way, we make silica right nearby.
Oh yeah.
Sourcing silica is not going to be a problem.
Oh well, good. Yeah. Not that we needed a whole lot anyway, but still.
Yeah, it's only 60 a minute or something, but yeah. And if for some reason Silica Source 2 does not provide enough, I mean, the reason we just literally just made a Silica Source station.
Mm-hmm.
We can just conveyor belt it over. So that is not a problem. We know where that's coming from.
I am back.
Welcome back.
We are still going to have to do a fair number of boring, tedious things.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like, we can bring some stuff in from outside, but still going to be, we're going to need the coal, we're going to need the limestone, we're going to need the sulfur, going to need the iron, going to need the nitrogen gas. And obviously the crap tons of water. Because I don't think there's anything else we really... It depends on how much we want to make here, though. Like, we can drone in other things. Like the EIBs, we might want to take off-site.
Yeah.
Because EIBs, like, that is the steel products and the concrete, or some of the concrete. We're still going to need concrete on site.
Concrete is used in several parts of this, unfortunately. In three of them, actually.
Yeah. Yep. So even taking EIBs out does not obviate the need for concrete.
Yeah,
Well, at least we have 2 pure concrete sites.
Yeah, there's a lot of limestone.
We're gonna need
Unfortunately, it's at spider level.
Yeah.
We're just gonna have to bite that bullet and go down there and claim those spots.
Some point, yeah.
Well, it's a good thing we've got power lines already going everywhere.
Where's the sulfur going to come from?
Uh,
Oh, there's a normal sulfur over there. And once you put a Mark III miner on it, that's fine.
Yep.
Also, the pure that I have tapped for the turbo plant is
Over
not
there.
fully claimed.
Really?
Yes, there is still a lot of space on the sulfur that I grabbed for the turbo plant.
Because we only need, well, we need 180 units a minute.
Yeah, we do need a significant amount.
It's only got a Mark II on it, and it's not even fully tapped.
Oh, right. We can just upgrade the miner.
Mm-hmm.
Double Cross says happy
We
birthday.
Oh, thank you! It has been a pretty good birthday.
That's good to hear.
It's a chill birthday, but you know what? I'll
All right.
take that.
Oh, you know, it's the best kind. The older you get.
That's kind of the dream, yeah.
I didn't have to go to no family parties or nothing.
That is a pure iron node next to the pure limestone node. I have the feeling we're going to
want to tap those two.
Yeah, we're going to want them both. Because, well, is there coal nearby?
Coal is actually kind of further away from here, unfortunately.
Further out. Yeah, see, we're back to the making EIBs elsewhere is not a bad plan.
But we need steel is just for steel's for steel beams, which go to EIBs, but also they end up in the final plutonium fuel rods. So we need steel for both
Yes,
products.
they do. We need steel beams and EIBs. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm
So
thinking
I
coal
think
is one of those things we're gonna have to bring here.
just raw coal to mix with iron.
We're gonna be
Yeah.
we're gonna be making concrete here. That's fine. We
Mhm.
just
Yeah.
what we do is we drone in the steel beams.
That's fair.
Just make sure we've got steel beam production, and I'll make bespoke steel beam production. We can do that anywhere,
Just
and then just drone that in.
off-site and then bring it in. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So steel
Yeah.
beams.
Because
We would have to bring in so much coal from so far away at that point. It's like it's almost counterproductive.
Yeah, but what I can do also, what I'm thinking is the plan, since we're already thinking of two separate drone sites, is to make a small drone platform here at the nuclear power plant, blah, 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 and just dedicating one of the mega drones to delivering batteries, and then whatever drones are stationed at the nuclear power plant is then the ones that get sent off to.
Yeah, I like the idea of making sure their batteries are coming.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like if we're going to do any drone stuff, we need to make sure we know our battery supply situation.
Yep, and I can dedicate a drone just to delivering batteries, which it'll have its own site. Then it filters those into however many drone ports we need for other things.
That is exactly how I did it on mine. I had like a battery drone port and then 3 other drone ports, including the uranium one, but we're not doing that here.
Mm-hmm.
Admittedly, watching a drone fly out from under the waterfall would be hilarious.
Yeah.
But
not necessary here.
But no, we're not doing that here. Okay. So it sounds like my projects are going to be heat sinks and steel beams offsite.
Yeah, sounds that way. Let me...
I'm figuring out the water, the ECRs, and
like
the drones,
40 per
I
minute of
suppose.
steel beams.
Yeah, it's not a lot. We don't need massive amounts of steel beams. I'm not sure I trust trying to siphon off from main production.
No.
Did we ever make a second steelworks?
No, we did not.
Okay.
Because once I boosted our steelworks, we kind of stopped having problems. That and we weren't doing any more of the space elevator things.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Water.
Okay, so steel beams, heat sinks, and ECRs made off-site.
Yes.
Okay, I have modified the planner accordingly. And just about... So our raw materials at the left end are water, sulfur, uranium, iron, nitrogen, some quartz for silica, and limestone.
Silica, we've got...
Yeah, we got silica nearby.
We're making silica, that's...
So I think what I'm going to do then, the problem that arises that needs the most solving is the sheer goddamn quantity of concrete. That is going to have to be made here because it goes to too many places.
Don't we have wet concrete?
We do have the wet concrete recipe.
It's not actually that much, though.
It's not...
I mean, yes,
540 units of limestone source. Or, actually, I'm not looking at your version of it, but still. Like, it's 72 concrete for the uranium cell blenders.
Okay, so
72 also.
It's just a ridiculous amount of limestone. The concrete itself is not a whole lot.
Yeah. Okay, then our pure will do just fine. We plop a Mark III on it, or
Mark III overclocked.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll have to be heavily overclocked.
And
Because to
if
get
nothing else,
540 out,
well, we've got the 2 pures, so we can tap both.
yeah, we'll have to overclock one or the other of them. Yeah, because the recipe I'm looking at looks at it says 12 constructors worth of concrete. That is a lot.
It is a lot. And it has to be split
Uh,
rather evenly between, like, 3
oh,
different
but
places.
I'm bringing in the steel. I'm bringing in the steel beam. Oh, we still need the concrete because we're making the EIBs here.
Yeah.
It's just steel beams that are getting brought in. So yeah, that's gonna be a lot of concrete.
Because steel beams go to 2 places, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that is a job. That's a job. That is a big job.
Yep.
The only thing we actually need more of is the water.
Yep. Water and concrete apparently goes into a lot of uranium production.
Apparently it does.
Finally found the use for concrete. You know, other than the
All the buildings.
insane amounts of buildings, yeah.
Rubber concrete.
Okay.
Might as well.
Boop. Okay.
It didn't actually give me any other options, so I'm wondering if we've somehow, like, the pool is empty somehow.
Oh, we may have gotten to the point where it's like, yeah, you've done all these recipes, and
Which is
I
weird,
wonder
'cause
if it's...
we don't have any of the nuclear recipes. I wonder if it didn't, like, register us unlocking that milestone or not.
that would be awkward.
You think it's waiting for us to actually, like, tap the uranium or pick it up before it registers that we have it?
No, it should be done
It should
by
be it should be just the
unlocks.
milestone, but maybe we encountered a bug where because we did it out of order.
Yeah.
That'll be unhelpful.
I mean, we ended up not using.
Not needing any of them, but...
Yeah. We're going vanilla, but still, we should have had the option. What the
Yeah,
heck?
we should have had the option. Well, that could be not great.
Yeah, it could be annoying if we get down to like, oh yeah, well, here's a hard drive, and you got no results.
That might be what happens.
Yeah, and at that point, we stop feeding it hard drives.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll be filing a bug report.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Oh,
So,
hello, taxi.
what would be the best way to make this amount of concrete? So 180 units of concrete is what we need.
Something.
It's probably just 12
That many?
constructors, yeah. Yeah, no reason why not, I suppose. That's the normal. Pier's over there.
Oh, right. Yeah, we had that copper node we had tapped originally and then didn't need anymore.
Well, here goes. Oh wait, I don't even have the resources to make this happen, so I need to get on that.
Oh, wow, I love this. We've just got these 2 baby smelters on this. Oh, wow. Okay. What I need is a planner. Add an item.
Here we go. The 12 water extractors have been made.
Nice. I need some fused modular frames.
30 ingots. Add an item. Aluminum ingot. 30.
Does anyone have some fused modular frames on hand?
No.
I have. You mean the heavy modular
I've got
frames?
heavies. I don't have
No,
any fused.
fused.
I don't have any fused. I wasn't carrying those.
Okay.
Miner Mark 1. Oh my god. Yeah, they're going to need a... Oh, yeah, I'm going to need to upgrade that.
You guys have your trains going from this
Yeah.
Silica
Yes.
Source
There are two
trays.
taxis going back and forth between that Silica Source spot and the hub.
Then I will stick around and catch one of your trains, or maybe just tell mine
Train.
to join the crew,
Join the parade.
join the parade. Yeah.
Right, we still need copper sheets.
Sure, why not? That way everyone's going to have at least one train coming here, and this is going to be our work spot for a while, so why not?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's what else we're going to be doing? Oh yeah, I need fused modular frames and servo motors and portal miners. I'm going to take that Mark 1 miner that's on that copper and turn it into a Mark 3.
Oh boy.
There's an upgrade for you. Yeah, I'm literally just going to expand off of our little aluminum site to get the heat sinks. Oh, I took the wrong. Dagnabbit. That's right, we got hypertubes going to the Megadrone.
Boy, with the trains, that sure is just a hop, skip, and you're downtown, huh?
Yeah. Anyway.
Gotta be honest, I really do, like, kind of love
5
the
seconds.
sprawl of the rail network. It's fascinating to watch every time we come back.
Not what I need. I need the equipment place, not the... There we go, portal miners.
Alright then.
Thump. Now I need to go digging around in Megadrone storage, try to find what I'm looking for.
There they are.
Gotta get that signage up one of these days.
Yeah.
You need to make the signs for the aisles.
Yeah, basically.
We've got a bunch of heat sinks, but don't want to rely on that. Mark III miner, I have enough materials to make several of those, which is good because
Let's
it's
grab
probably
some
gonna be necessary.
concrete while we're out here. tell you what, all this infrastructure we've invested in is paying off.
Hmm.
Yeah. Funny thing is, I'm about to build a bunch of stuff that I'm going to be relying on drones to deal with. Like, I'm not going to try and add a train station here. Like, it could happen, but
Nah.
the problem is where we've built, we're not in a good place to actually add train stations to
Yeah, no.
delivering stuff. Droning stuff in is going to be the best option.
Yep, that's kind of the nature of the beast.
Mark 1 miner, become a Mark 3 miner, please. And then I need to add more smelters.
So I have the pipes now ready to be fed across. Just don't look back here.
Don't look, it's not pretty.
What, spaghetti in this game? No. Perish the thought.
Never happened.
Let they who have not baked spaghetti catch the first plate.
It's a cacophony over here.
I had a steel beams. Oh, I jumped off all my steel beams because I was out of room.
Oh, I need shards. I'm gonna need shards for this.
I got shards. I got you.
Okay, well, too late now.
I'm wandering back over there.
I also need concrete, so I needed to head back anyway.
How much concrete? I have a lot of concrete. Well, I don't have as much concrete as I used to have.
Enough that I can build myself a platform to fight spiders with, basically.
I can give you a stack of concrete. That's not a problem.
I want more stacks of concrete. Okay. I want my own supply.
Fair. Analysis of hard drive is completed. No new research is available. Try again later after further progress. Your hard drive has been returned to you.
Oh, thank God.
Well, we didn't lose a hard drive. But
for some reason, we're not getting the nuclear.
Yeah, we have encountered a bug.
We have.
An actual dang bug.
Okay, that's... So one of my side projects this week will be to attempt to load in a hard drive, capture that failure, and then send in the bug report.
Mm-hmm.
I can run it through right now and make sure to take a screenshot of it.
That's all right. I can come back and deal with it.
Okay.
All the things that I got a lot of random raw materials. Like there's a stack and a half of bauxite hiding over here.
I don't think it would be weird if mining raw uranium actually solved it. It would also be bad.
I'm wondering if that would solve it, though.
The nuclear deterrent Nuke Nobelisk requires... It's the only thing we haven't completed in the manual.
Yeah.
But it requires 10 encased uranium cells and 500 regular Nobelisk.
Well, we've got the Nobelisk.
That's true. And some AI limiters, which I honestly don't know where we're making those.
And a few places.
There's somewhere.
I know that there's AI limiters being brought to Megadrone.
Yeah, I know we're making them somewhere. It's just been so long that it's like, I've lost track of. I admit it still amuses me to take the jump pads that were built so long before we had any other means of getting around.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Legacy infrastructure, baby.
Yep.
That's the one I
At
get
this
to
point,
claim
I
as
think we
mine.
keep them.
Yep.
Yeah.
Funny train. Look at all them trains.
All right then.
Now for my next amazing feat, I will figure out how I'm gonna.
Pull this off.
Oops. Yeah, pretty much.
Man, those nuclear power plants are massive.
They're just freaking enormous.
The main
Ah,
problem with like just mining some raw uranium is that once we have the uranium, we can't get rid of it.
Yeah. I mean, just build a small, like personal storage box and just set it there next to the mine.
Yeah, but nah.
Yeah, I hear you. Copper ingot. Copper ingot. I'm not fully maxing out the capability of this copper node, but
Oh, I can't believe I lined that up perfectly.
nice. That's okay. I built a bunch of Mark II power studs when I only needed Mark 1s. Oh well. It's just Caterium, who cares, right? Make 240 units, so I need these.
Enough of that. Oh, we're gonna have some fantastic lag today, apparently.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, trying to throw snowballs to clear off these rocks has been interesting.
Ah.
Yeah, I've been having some interesting lag here and there. Thought it was just me.
That's unfortunate.
Par for the course, really.
Early access.
Yeah, I was hoping getting this beefier computer would make some of that less of a problem, though.
I definitely have noticed one major change, and I don't know if it's from my computer upgrade or yours, but I'm not having the massive amounts of sluggish loading I usually have to do in the beginning.
Yeah, you're loading in quicker, that's for sure. Oh, a drone just went right by my head. That was invigorating. Okay, what am I making? Copper sheets and then mixing them with those to make the heat sinks. Right. Yeah, I'll have the heat sinks done well before we're done with this session, if all goes well.
I haven't started on my other projects yet. I want to get these pipes at least across the way.
What does it take to make... Oh, it's only a couple constructors worth. And then one
I don't even need
assembler.
that
Okay,
much.
yeah.
All right.
I keep forgetting that the volumes on this stuff is not huge. It's just the volume is in the variety of things, not in the amount of things.
Mm-hmm.
Except for the concrete and water. Oh god, the particle accelerators are so pretty. Can't wait to be building those. Or seeing those. They're fun to watch. A couple of constructors. Make copper sheets. Not that many. We need way more than we need. Sure. Sure.
Well, that gives us power.
Perfect.
Yeah, that is just not allowed.
Verboten, eh?
Nope, these trees are not going down.
Darn.
I hate permatrees.
Permatree's the worst.
What's this? Oh my word.
Hmm.
What am I going to do with you people? That is, you weren't kidding about that being a hot mess of pipes.
Yeah.
Speaking of hot
Yeah.
messes, let me show you that.
Huh? Oh, hello.
I will be doing some judicious rerouting of, is that a smart? No, it's just a regular splitter. Okay, perfect. Good to know. Because I need to siphon off. How many are you making anyway? 20? Well, I need more than that. Yes, okay. Okay, your conveyor belting is no longer of this world anyway, because I need to expand the capacity of the Alclad. 3, 2, 1, chug.
I can definitely say I don't notice the save chugs anymore.
Oh, that's good.
Okay.
Are you? That's awkward, but okay.
Well, one of my constructions that was trying to build is no longer exists, but it still kind of does, so I might need some help on that front.
Uh-oh, what's wrong?
I was trying to build a conveyor lift, and it wasn't quite accepting. And now it's invisible, but still there, and I might need you to come and delete that. I might need to actually just pop out and pop back in to maybe see if we can resolve some of this desyncing. I'll be right back.
Alright.
Yep.
Mark 3. Come on.
So I want to go out sometime? Nah. I'm good. Removing dad jokes. No!
No.
Grey Duck, no!
No. Okay, then two need to merge somewhere. Per minute, which is the maximum speed of one of those.
You're having a time trying to come back in. Okay. Enough of that. What I want to do, make that a little higher. What are live captions running on now? They're still running on web captioner because they haven't sunsetted yet. I haven't really found a suitable replacement yet.
You're all just gonna sit there anyway. What's wrong with you? Oh, power. Like, why isn't the other constructor working yet? Maybe if I gave it power. I has the brains.
Here we go. Seven.
There. It's just so weird seeing the shadow of a drone fly over. You're looking down because you're hovering, and you're like, some bird of prey just fly over my head. No, just a drone. Just aim it over that way. Similar, please.
Okay.
Yeah, we need 6 a minute. An assembler at normal power makes 7.5. So yeah, is not a problem. I get power over here, but that's not a problem.
Alright, and then how do we... $12 constructors to make about 180 units of concrete. Outstanding.
You don't normally think of concrete as being expensive because you don't really usually need a lot in a hurry.
Certainly not as part of an industrial process. But
Mm-hmm.
now they decided, well, surprise, it's back. Bigger and better than ever.
Merger. Fine. 10 per minute. Oh, right. Copper sheets are so expensive for the little tiny bit you get.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're annoying.
So what's that you say? You want a drone port just kind of parked here?
Yep.
Fantastic. Transport, drone port. I won't build a drone or anything else. High-speed connectors and RCUs. Just need to
Yeah,
get those.
the drones will be originating from down here. I'm just gonna make an offshoot towards the south.
I've also improved our aluminum casing production.
Oh.
As a byproduct of this, I added a second constructor and actually full speeded the constructor we had.
Oh, yeah, cause I probably underdid that because we didn't need, like...
Yeah, you underclocked it a lot.
We don't need, like, that many casings. Come on.
Yeah, it's just going to sit there idle most of the day anyway. Though, we are now making... Well, actually, once it... What am I... There's the copper sheets. Where's... Why are you... Oh, son of a... Because I'm an idiot, that's why. All that to make that, and I was feeding the wrong thing. 30 a minute, you still need that many. Is that a... Sure, it sure is. Okay. That is not test smart.
Actually, now let's... Let's actually have that come this way first. And then out that way.
30 a minute, and that's almost all just going to bin anyway, so there we go, heat sinking. Now, RCUs and high-speed connectors. Are those going to Megadrone now?
I don't know.
What are-
Remote controls?
No, they're...
control units?
Yes,
They are? Oh, okay.
RCUs are in fact at Megadrone.
Okay. High-speed connectors, I think, are going to the weapons site, though.
Yes.
Which is fine, because they're just a hypertube line away from each other. Filters, supercomputers, blah, blah.
We're talking about like 15 per, right? So, yeah. So 15, 30, 45, 60,
Yeah, unfortunately, there aren't any.
75, 90.
We've got cooling
105,
systems. We do not have
120.
RCUs.
Dang it.
Radio control units are next to crystal oscillators and computers.
Okay, so I'll head over there
Next
on my way
to
back.
which next to the truck stop, which is a
Yeah.
weird sentence, but yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So in order to do this properly now, I need to turn this... Well, first let's just get this. Let's get the storage up.
I wish you could pop out of a hypertube, because it's like I just went past where the RCUs are because I took the hypertube. Now I gotta go halfway back again.
Okay.
Oh, I see. Yeah, there they are. Okay. High-speed connectors are definitely still out there, though. Then I'll have you a drone port that'll be getting filled up with heat sinks.
Heck yeah.
No, 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 don't. I made the mistake of stepping next to the wrong hypertube entrance.
That's funky.
Right, okay. One to 5 is super, super weird.
I supposedly placed these, but I can't interact with them.
Oh yeah, that old chestnut.
Thanks, game. Take it I'll be making my way back out there here before too much longer. Those are ammo. Yeah. That is more ammo. There we go. High-speed connectors. Get a couple stacks of those bad boys. Well, once I get this drone port down, I will... Where's the stupid thing is? Going through the... Hello.
I think I'm gonna attempt to reload.
Okay.
That's a little weird looking. Exit to main menu. I am definitely going to be encasing these pipes in a box when I'm done.
Alright, 5 seconds to autosave.
Okay, the pipes are in fact in place.
Okay. That is good.
I'm just gonna have to build them a little slower, I guess. I guess the game just doesn't like me being around a whole lot of pipes.
We're only making 7.5 a minute. I'm not putting anything more than a Mark 1 belt. Going to be... There is now a drone port named Heat Sinks for Nukes.
Eh,
I'm not going to bother putting a bin. I mean, I could, I guess, but...
if its only purpose is to go to that drone port, there's not much reason to.
Yeah. Like, the first delivery is going to be several hundred. And we're producing more than we need.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't think it needs a buffer that badly. We can buffer at the other end or whatever.
Yeah.
We are now making dedicated heat sinks for this project. That is done. Okay, so where's the electromagnetic control rod site? I don't remember.
The ECRs are in the Rookie Desert, where the big lake is.
Okay, right.
Way over on the west side of the map.
What's the best way to get there? Is that hypertube or train?
There is hypertubes going from the
That's
hub
hypertube,
to the
yeah.
ECR site.
Yep. There's a stop at the ECR site on your way to TA MegaWorks.
Yep.
Oh, down that way. Going. Okay. Yeah. All right. Let's.
So
I don't think I've ever tried taking the whole hypertube line.
to explain this particular bit of spaghetti, in order to split the concrete evenly to the three places it needs to go, it's actually a like 40-40-20 split for the concrete, almost perfectly. But in order to get a 40-40-20 split, you need to split it into 5. And this is the way you create a 1-to-5 splitter somehow.
You have to do some weird stuff where you're feeding a splitter back into a merger partly. Yeah.
Yeah. And this
We will be doing something similar with waste materials.
Yep. Yep, we will actually, because part of the uranium waste goes to one place, part of the uranium waste goes to another.
At a particular ratio.
Although that's actually
2 to 1 or
just
3 to 1.
that's actually just 75-25. So you just split that twice, or yeah,
You have one pre-splitter.
Yeah, you have one pre-splitter, and then you merge. You basically split into 4 and then merge 3 of them, basically.
Yeah.
So that's a bit simpler than this, but yeah, if you need to subdivide into more interesting fractions, the people have figured out ways to effectively create different fractions of splitters. It's just that some of the weirder numbers involve some chicanery.
Mm-hmm.
Green line heading out here.
But that should be the staging for the concrete at the very least.
I did it. I ran out of copper sheets.
Nope. Did you say there's another hypertube over here? Or did I go to the wrong place?
If you've made it to the supercomputer site.
Oh, I see. Here we go. Here's the next leg. Got
Yep.
it. Goes across the water. Underneath quick wire from hell. Wow, this hypertube goes a while, doesn't it?
It does.
Yeah, learn from my mistake. Don't build where all those gusses congregate.
Mm.
Oh boy.
Because I've got my ammo dump right there,
they're
and all the
always walking
gusses
through.
spawn inside. So I've got gusses inside of a building all crammed together. It's a 3-headed mega gus, and it's a very creepy thing to see at night. Holy crow, this goes on a while, and I don't have a train line going out here, do I? How do I not have a train line going out here? That seems weird.
Because the train line to the T8 site comes down from on top of the cliffs.
Yeah, okay. Steel ingots are being made, turned into pipes. Pipes and those go into here to become ECRs. Okay.
I should have given it quite a bit of room to expand on. but I don't remember. It's been a minute.
Got some capacity here. We are making 8 per minute right now, and obviously that's going somewhere.
It's going to storage right now, so it was easy to get to.
All 3 of the products that
Um,
concrete is going to start with the word encased. Which in retrospect makes perfect sense.
Okay, so you're sending stators and AI limiters through this one drone port
Mm-hmm.
for a merged line. You've got how the I can see daylight through that. I don't think you've got a belt there anymore. You don't.
Did one of my belts disappear?
Yeah, there's a smart splitter just before the ECR bin.
Oh, that's right. I took it off.
Yeah, there's no bin there anymore. Okay.
Wait, the bin is gone?
Oh no, the bin is here. It has a bunch of ECRs in it. But there's a smart splitter just kind of here that doesn't go anywhere. There's nothing going to it, and in fact, ECRs aren't getting made because there's no AI limiters going to it.
What happened to my ECR site? That's weird.
I'm not sure. Oh, no, the AI limiters are just getting made so slowly that they're starved all the time.
Ah, that's right. Because I remember I needed to go back and boost the Caterium, but I never got around to doing that.
And the smart splitter, any center overflow right. Okay, so how? Nope, there is a belt going into the bin. Okay, so it's just you've got them so close together that it's a little weird. Okay, well that's we just need to make
Feel free to
more.
adjust as you please.
And there's a lot of that going on, and I need to go upstairs and see what you're doing for AI limiters.
Because I know the ones upstairs all need Caterium, and the Caterium's why it's starved, because it needs so freaking much. Needs so much wire.
Oh right, you're not using the wet Caterium to boost that. Though
No.
maybe we could get to put a Mark III miner on that, get more quick wire out that way.
I didn't have the materials to make the Mark III miner at the time, so yeah, that'll definitely help.
Yeah, because it seems like quick wire is what's starving this process.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Yeah, I
half of
knew.
these are making stators, half of them are making AI limiters, and it's just like there's never enough quick wire.
Nope.
Okay.
I did remember about the quick wire starving it, but we didn't need it made a
In
lot.
vast quantities yet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, let me take a look over there. See if I can make this better in any way. Well, there's also that just quick wire just going. Oh, these are. Oh, this is cables. You've got a
It's some of it
cable
needs-
making process going on over here that. Because you're turning Caterium into wire and then into cable, and that's just going in a bin. So it's just a cable bin for no good reason.
The cable bin at the time was because of how much wire I needed with, well, not wire, but like power.
Oh yeah, just running
That was
more
that was
cables.
for helping me route with power. You can disable that.
I'll just take out the feed from that. All right, so, and that is a Mark II miner.
Okay, concrete is staged.
Hot damn.
Eh.
And already parceled out into the 3 routes it needs to take for the various products it needs to go to. So that part is done. That's checked off the list.
Yeah, I think I'm actually going to fully gut the wire to cable production line so I can maximize the quick wire output.
Yeah, go for it.
Because I think once I get that, all of this will start running a lot better. Oh, punch a hole in the floor.
Hmm.
And then if your next amazing feat,
Next thing now for my next job, yeah. I think it might be nitric acid. Because that's where the iron requirements go. But it also means figuring out how to track the nitrogen all the way from way out there to way over here.
225, so we're almost using the full capacity of this Mark II miner. If I overclock one of them, or more, what the shards, that's not a problem. $15.
Ah, boy. Yeah, I think that's where we're at. Concrete's ready, so the other thing we need to kind of make here is nitric acid and silica.
And for silica, we've got those crystal spots right next to the train station.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's not even. Yeah, so it's basically just the nitric acid. Yeah, it's the nitrogen gas, water, and iron plates for some reason.
20 per minute.
Yep. Okay. Well, I think we maybe just go around there. Maybe hopefully there's some good water there. All right. Well, the journey continues. Actually, do I have the things I need to engage in resource extraction? Seems so. Just enough. As for piping, we may need to worry about that in a bit, but first things first, let's figure out the route.
That. That.
I would rather you didn't, guys.
What?
Yeah, the stingers being their usual bastard selves.
Ah, yes, yes. 60 per minute. Oh, God, yeah, that's...
Oh, son of a bitch.
Oh.
Rocket Hog came for me again.
Oh!
Oh, Lord. I hate it when he shows up.
He somersaulted through the air to try and get to me. And then fell down and crashed and died. It was almost majestic if it weren't like a rolling fiery ball of one-hit death. Alright, what madness are we going to have to do here? Yonder? Oh, dear. Oh, that's an ask.
I've got a whole bunch of Mark V built materials, so let's just use it. Okay, I have more than doubled our quickwire production out here.
Hell yeah.
Heck yeah.
I did not upgrade the miner, but I don't think I needed to since I was, again, able to more than double the quickwire
Yeah.
output.
For sure.
That's got to make a difference to the amount of ECRs we're getting made and such.
Oh, there's already... Of course there's already wires out here.
Well, yeah.
We've got wires everywhere.
Well, at any rate.
Okay, so with that maxed out, let's take that conveyor belt back to the facility. Mark V conveyor belt is a fast way to travel. It
Mm.
Yeah,
requires
it
no
is.
hands. I want to try doing the escalator one of these days.
Ooh, yeah.
You set up a conveyor lift mount thingy, like one, what is it, one or two foundations kind of below the floor,
Hmm.
and then you use it to run a conveyor, an angled conveyor up a slope, and surround it with walkway panel
Oh,
ramps.
right, that needs to be powered. Duh.
I'll have to experiment with it.
Yeah. I should make sure these water extractors are powered before I leave. I don't want to have to come back.
Okay, the IA limiter assemblers are getting well fed now.
There we go. Now you should be activated. Trying really hard. 60 per minute. Right. Because we got... That's normal. Impure. Pure. So we got 120 there. We don't even need that much nitrogen gas. 120 plus that right there. That's literally the whole kit and caboodle right there. All right.
So how much water do we need in each pipe?
240.
Okay, so it is just 200. Okay.
Yep, 2 shards per thingy is exactly what we need.
I'm on it.
And now I need to get this up out of this hole and back over to the swamp. Outstanding.
I have got some of those.
I probably don't have quite enough copper sheets to make the entire journey.
I have like 700 on me.
Going to do something different with this, and I'm just not sure what yet.
Oh, I went from like 26 power shards to 3. But all 12 water extractors are now boosted.
Hell yeah.
Oh, one downside to wiping out all that wire production is I'm now carrying many stacks of wire. Oops.
Pretty sure I've got a smasher out there to offload some of it, or just put a box down.
Nitrogen, it's a gas. Sure is.
Going to change how that works. No longer going to want that anyway.
Thank goodness you just don't worry about head lift when it comes to nitrogen. You just do it.
Nope, it just goes.
It just goes in the place you want it to. It fills the
You
available
give it a
space.
source and a destination, and off it goes.
Diggity dog.
Or just a regular splitter, and then you're splittering, and then you're splittering. Okay, so we have AI limiters going to that drone? AI limiters and stators are going to this
Okay.
electro
So that
source.
means the ECRs can go elsewhere.
Right. No, what I'm getting at is there a reason we need AI limiters to be split off to that drone, or is this just the source for Megadrone?
That's the source for Megadrone.
Okay, because what I might do is I might smart splitter so that I can just have the overflow going there.
I should have already had it set to that, but if it's not doing that, then yeah, fix that.
No, you just got a regular conveyor splitter. So half of the AI limiters are going into heading toward the bin and the drone. And the
Yeah,
other half are
definitely.
getting used for ECRs. But I'm going to want more of that happening. So I'm going to replace that splitter with a smart so that all of the production goes down to the floor to become ECRs, and then we can overflow the rest.
And from here, we take it to the nearest source of iron, which is just, around there.
Limiters, and left is overflow. Not that we're probably going to run to overflow anytime real soon.
Oh, hi, guys.
Am I carrying? You guys are at most going to make a total of 15 per minute at best once the quick wire situation gets sorted out.
I mistook them. Alright. That moment when you mistake a bush for for stingers and spiders and whatnot.
Whoops. Well, when you're in spider country or stinger
Yeah.
country, it's an honest mistake.
Honest mistake.
Magnetic control rods. Yeah.
Alright, I had more copper sheets than I thought. Over yonder. Oh, but now I need iron plates to be able to put down my stackables. Or any pipeline support at all, so I need iron plates. Lovely. Regular boring iron plates. Got to the swamp, though.
Hey.
Very nice.
There we go.
I don't have any of that's going to happen. We're... Oh, and you plunked it down in the middle there. That's why that works that way. Yes, it is. Some splittering after that.
Okay. That ought to do it.
Got me a plan.
Okay. I'm really sick of having to fight spiders every time we pass by the spot.
Mm-hmm.
I hear you. Dice, I know you have no power. I got a lot going on. Okay, game.
Alright. There we go. All the pipes have water in them, and so when it's time for me to hook all the power plants up, I will have water.
Yes, I know that you now are. Even if max capacity is not going to be that much.
Let's hope that makes a dent. Alright. Where the hell are we going from here?
I am missing aluminum casings. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I've got to run back for aluminum casings myself for the last drone port I need.
Same here.
But I have the battery port in place out here. So I can at least get the battery delivery set up real quick.
Splitter, that's the splitter. How many of those are we making? Eight, 16, 24 stators a minute. Six. No. 5.
Oh boy, what's this? I mean, that's not too bad. That's pretty clean for the pipe situation. Oh, you mean the spaghetti behind that?
I mean the spaghetti behind it.
Oh, yeah, I gotta deal with that first.
Oh.
15.
Yeah, a little bit.
It's a couple more.
Kind of how you gotta do
What?
it, though. I just went.
Yeah,
I took a detour to the water back end.
Ah.
The water noodles.
Yep. Needed to use a little bit of pumping to get them up and over the waterfall and onto the platform. Yeah.
Yeah, basically.
12.
Caught my train.
18 and 27.
Okay, so I need to get miner. With, I mean, I could get away with a Mark 1, honestly. Smelter. Constructor.
Okay.
Water extractor. And a blender. That'll be the bigger ask here.
I am just slightly overclocking by 1 extra production per minute. All 6 of these assemblers up here, and the 9 assemblers to get what we need out of this production line. Type in the thing. 9. Thank you.
Heck of a thing. It's starting to take shape.
Okay, now I need to find a drone port that's not being used. What do you mean you have insufficient batteries? Batteries are being delivered, you little shit.
It's her birthday.
I'm allowed.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I said that. To remind everybody. All right, time to head home for a shopping run. I have to turn a gas into a liquid. Oh boy.
So we know we're making enough steel pipes. We know we're making enough copper sheets. That's the least of my worries right now.
Time to hijack Duck Taxi again.
Go right ahead. It's not doing me any good over here, so you might as well get some use out of it. Doubt we're using that much on these. 18. Even with the overclocking, I'm not overusing the steel pipes. Fantastic. 30, 60, and 90 copper sheets. I'll check on that. Just want to make sure I'm not overtaxing this entire production line.
It is kind of interesting how, to tackle this particular problem, we've all split off to different corners of the Earth to
There is that.
handle different aspects of it.
No.
The power of drones being able to enable us to just go somewhere else and do the work and bring it over.
Oh, you have a big copper sheet factory going on over here. Love it. Got one overclocked? Yes. $75 copper sheets a minute. Hello, drone. Which is 60, 90.
I'm just gonna...
Okay, technically, once this thing's up to full speed, once the quick wire problem is solved, we are not going to be making enough copper sheets to feed that. We're making 75. I need 90.
Mm.
Well, because I just bumped up the production a tiny bit to make all the
Yeah.
out. So I'll just do some overclocking over here too. And I'm just overclocking man. Since this whole smelter pile is just for the whole purpose of making copper sheets.
Iron plates,
30.
rotors, motors. Probably some more copper sheets.
No such thing as enough copper sheets, right?
Mm-hmm.
20, 30, 30, and 30. There's my 90. 30, 30, 30, and 30.
There. I realized my problem for the Mega Drone site.
Really?
There's no point in me sinking batteries. If it's backed up, it's backed up. It doesn't matter. I've got 2 large bins set up to hold the excess batteries. We have the storage bin for batteries that's all full. If I'm sinking them, it just means the ports aren't getting continuous batteries fed to them. That's why they were running out of batteries, because they would fill up, then the excess would sink, and then they'd have to wait for more batteries.
But
now that I'm intending to ship some batteries places, I need to not be sinking any of our batteries. Because overflow for batteries is already ready to be sunk where they're being made. So I don't need to sink them here at Megadrone.
Yeah, because
Okay.
don't batteries have to be constantly producing because the liquid flow needs to not back up.
Mm-hmm.
210. Five times 5 is 225.
And once I actually make the nitric acid, then that's a liquid we're gonna have to pump over, which is gonna be interesting. Boy, oh boy.
40, 160. Okay. I overclocked the hell out of the copper smelters because there's only 5 smelters
Mm-hmm.
when the miner would support 8. But now they are making enough copper ingots to make sure that the copper sheet makers, which I have also upgraded, are fully capable. Belts all look good. Of course, the stupid thing is I still only need a Mark II belt. That. And there, the entire ECR site is upgraded enough.
Heck yeah. I can now get the 2 drone ports set up to pick up whatever's being made off-site. So like the steel beams and the ECRs.
Steel beams, ECRs, and heat sinks.
And heat sinks, that too. So
Yeah.
there need to be 3 of them. But that
Yep.
works.
Yeah, the heatsink one is ready. I have to go back and get more aluminum thingies, casings, to make the next drone port over here. But then at that point, ECRs will be ready. Unfortunately, it's a long trip home and back again. But this entire site is ready.
Hello. I thought I was gonna
I-
grab it for a second.
No, it's already occupied. Yeah.
Taxi time.
Yep.
All right, well, there should be another one coming along shortly.
We got all 3 of them stationed there, so.
Yeah.
Oh, that would have been a deadly bit of lag.
Okay, I'm going to make it all the way home, grab a few things, make it all the way back here, plunk down a drone port, and then go all the way back again. As a drone goes right over my head. I mean, in the part of the hypertube that's over the poison pillars, like lifted way, way up.
Yeah.
So I was in line of sight of a drone.
Okay.
Alright, cool. I can make a drone on you. Wait.
Kind of wish I had a freaking train going that way, but oh well. I don't. Travel like the domesticated hamster does.
Hmm.
My little gilded habit trail.
Meanwhile, I'm playing the floor is lava, except the floor is a swamp.
The floor is stingers.
Yeah, the floor is full of spiders, man. Okay. So we're about here.
Heat sinks for nukes. There we go. Go on, little drone.
Slightly messed up thing is, we actually want to stay at this elevation because that puts us on the nuclear platform.
Elevation for what?
For the nitric acid to get to the to get to the nuclear plant. Oh, I don't have that many steel beams.
I'm not here to play with you today. One, two, three, 4 hypertubes to get across the map. Mostly across the map.
Yeah.
Hey, grab me a bunch of them. Because I'm trying to make a drone port. And that is all I need. Just one stack of freaking aluminum casings. Oh, I was short. Back to the hypertubes I go.
Hard to judge those sort of things, unfortunately.
But ECRs for nukes will be in place here in a few minutes. Now the ECR site won't be good for anything else. It's going to be making like 1 or 2 per minute more than what is needed, but we weren't sending that anywhere anyway, so
Mm-hmm.
I think we were just making them because we needed them for the unlock.
Well, for those of you who are a fan of sky bridges, there's yet another one.
Where we're going, we don't need gravity.
Well, it's, you know, when the choice is between gravity or spiders.
Yeah.
Gravity can take a hike. Place that one these days. There's one of the bends along this canyon hypertube route that the angle's really weird. It's like, okay, no, I gotta fix that. There's a couple of them, actually.
A little bit, yeah.
I have a feeling there's going to be kind of a redo of bits of the hypertube line.
Pretty likely.
There's all sorts of beautification stuff we could do.
Yeah, there's definitely the, okay, I don't have the brain for being part of a big project, but I can run along this hypertube line and make it slightly tighter.
Yeah.
And one more time. The really, really long leg. I'm impressed you made this just gigantic leg of hypertube from supercomputer building all the way to the lake.
I
Yeah.
really hated going back and forth.
It shows. On the other hand, perfectly valid. Oh, that's right, because I built that train station up there, and I was going to head west from here, and just it never happened.
Mhm.
Okay.
And then we built from Bamboo Forest out to the Tier 8 site.
There
All
we
right.
go.
One drone port has heat sinks inside of it.
Huzzah.
Okay, between the various platforms, we can now cross the swamp without actually having to go down into it.
Yep.
Excellent.
We did it. We have now invalidated parts of the swamp.
Okay, let's go over there and make us a drone port.
Hmm.
And there's that hypertube, so I don't want to block that necessarily.
I gotta restart because I lost my build tool again.
Dope.
Oof.
Okay. Player is
Dear
currently in the way.
diary.
Well, yes, I'm the player, you stupid game. Yeah, I was afraid of that. I'm going to be an absolute nerd about this.
You know, it just hit me now that there's something potentially messed up about this respawn sequence being just a batch file on your OS. The thing that brings you back to life.
Mm.
It's slightly concerning, isn't it? Oh. What are you doing? Come on.
Oh,
Hello.
hello.
No, 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 no. An Unreal process has crashed.
Oh
Uh-oh.
no.
Ah. So I don't know when our last autosave was, but I'm afraid we're
Uh-oh.
going to need it.
Uh-oh.
Good thing I haven't been doing anything for a minute.
Too bad I have been doing things for a
Uh,
minute.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's 8:48. Oh, yeah, 10 minutes of
Oh, jeez. Wow.
Oh lordy.
yeah.
Oh
Oh,
boy.
that
That's not good.
no, we don't like that. Oh, that means I didn't get any of that. I didn't get my stuff back. All the stuff you guys were doing is gone.
Oh lordy.
Okay. Let's find out where I was.
Let's find
I was
out
in a
what...
hypertube, and because I loaded outside the game, I'm now underneath a hypertube.
Mm.
Oh boy, time to figure out where I was at.
Yeah.
Catchphrase. Thanks, Biscuit.
Am I real? That becomes less certain by the day. Fix it.
Oh lordy.
So I'm still short 8 aluminum casings,
Oy.
and was in the process of heading back to get them. Okay, I'm not doing that again. Not making that round trip a second time tonight.
Was I on a train? No, I
Ooh.
had just gotten off a train. I had just gotten off the train with all my shopping materials. Okay, so I need to rebuild the bridge.
I have to rebuild the drone stuff.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I mean, it's the first time
It's not
in
your
90
fault.
it's the first time in 90 hours and like most of a year of playtime
Oh, I
that
really
that's
wish I
happened.
didn't have to take the tubes back to get more of those. But there is nothing I can salvage to get aluminum casings. That's not happening.
All right. At least I know.
Are there
in
aluminum
advance.
casings getting made at T8?
Yes. Yes, there is.
That's
Maybe.
probably actually technically closer to where I am right now. Because that was a long slog back and forth. I'm gonna try it this way.
Wait, do I still not have my build tool? Or
Oh, did it really break?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
yes, game. I would like to exist and interact.
What?
That's not allowed.
Fixit Corporation has revoked your existing privileges.
This whole bit again. Oh, okay.
Welcome back again.
Are you feeling stuck? Are you lost? Is the entire world against you? Sure feels that way. Invade us so we can replace your brain's reward center. I see.
Yeah. Casings.
See, this is where the sort of like self-deprecating humor starts to backfire a bit. Once more.
Okay, you were
Round
right.
the horn.
There are those aluminum things getting made, so it's one hypertube trip back and forth, not 4. Just wanted to make a drone board.
Clearly, that was illegal.
Yeah. And I had bumped back the autosaves to 15 minutes to keep the frequency of stutters down, but now I'm like, yeah, and then we lost most of that.
Again, first time that's ever happened to us. Couldn't have foreseen it.
Yeah. I'm hoping that's not the new computer thing, because that'll be annoying.
I wonder if it's because, like, the sort of glitchiness that I was experiencing with traveling with the hypertubes frequently, but over loading zones, and that finally happened to you.
Oh, yeah, you were doing that huge hypertube run. It may have been trying to save since it was... Well, no, you said it was only 10 minutes ago, and you said it was at 15, so...
Well, that was when the autosave, yeah.
Because the autosave at 15 minutes, and it wasn't trying to save while you were in the hypertube, but this game does throw fits at hypertubes, that's for sure.
Or just being airborne at all across content zones.
Yeah. Let's see if this was... Oh. Port, drone port.
Now, can we bring you over here? I can clear the to-do list for now. I know I've got the stuff.
Not having enough power.
We already have a drone.
Okay, ECRs for nukes is starting to fill up. I'm going to grab a few handfuls out of the bin and just shove them in there.
Feed seeds for nukes. There you go, buddy. Go on.
We're just gonna do...
You don't have any batteries yet, but I'm still gonna set you for ECRs for nukes.
Okay, and then the other thing I needed to do is make that not be a splitter. Or you need to be a smart splitter because I need to not be siphoning off.
nitric acid. Alright, I'm gonna need to source water a ways away. But you know what? I'm willing to deal with that.
Alright. It didn't take me long to rebuild all the drone boards.
Okay.
I have also regained my progress.
I think you were the one who probably was hit the most by it, Dad.
Dude, should I just preload some AI limiters into this thing? Oh yeah, there's an AI limiter bin upstairs. Let's just grab a bunch. Force feed those things, so I don't have to worry about wait for the manifold to do its job. Ugh. Stators are starting to back up nicely.
Alright, I'm beneath the waterfall. I have a water source potentially right here. Ah ha ha.
Exactly that many.
It's not like it needs a lot of water, right? Nope. Plenty of one.
Okay. Triple checked the steel and the copper and the stators, the AI limiters, assemblers.
There we go.
And the nice thing is we will have enough buffered up in advance. And when we do fire things off, if it turns out we're short anything, it's going to take a while for that to even become noticeable.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm making 18 of the 16 electromagnetic control rods, so we should be ahead of this, no matter what.
Yeah, that extra 2 per minute will probably help offset delivery time.
Well, I'm more thinking, since I'm like the AI limiters and stators are exactly calibrated to make exactly 18 ECRs a minute. If there's any lag in the belt time for the stators and AI limiters to get to the 3 machines, like the inefficiency of that is offset by the fact that we're making slightly more than we actually need.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like, it's not much, but it adds up over time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now I'm actually heading home. Because the next part, I've made the heat sinks and the ECRs. I know there was something else, wasn't there? Oh, steel beams.
The steel beams. But that'll have to be next time.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not. No, nope. It's after 9 o'clock on a school night.
Yeah, I've got work in the morning.
Well,
I can head back to the hub at least.
Yeah, that's where I'm headed. I'm just like, head to the hub so we can call it a night there.
Just need to make sure this is working, basically.
Hello, Spud Taxi. I'm kidnapping you.
There we go. I just need to get the iron product over here. All right.
Nuclear plants.
There we go.
So much power.
Yeah, we are.
Okay. Now all the nitric acid needs is the iron part of that, and it'll be good. Okay, I am still in the swamp. I need to get back to the hub. Would you believe it's been 3 hours? Yes, I would believe it's been 3 hours.
Yeah. Tis true, tis true. Autosave in 5. Thank you. Okay, this time our progress was saved.
Yay!
Yay!
I'm looking forward to seeing update 8's improved save time.
That is
lag reduction.
And
because then I won't mind cranking it back up to like 5 minutes or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if it doesn't do any of the chugging with
here's my train,
saves...
gotta catch it. Train, gotta catch it. There we go.
So much freaking wire. Just dump some of that in this sink bin.
Yeah.
Well, when I dismantled that whole quick wire or deuterium to wire to cable, got dumping in the cable.
Well,
cable.
Despite how daunting the task was, we've managed to get our mega nuclear power plant kind of pieces of it ready to go.
It has begun.
Yeah.
Take bite-sized chunks out of what's needed.
Yep.
And it really only takes like 9 things to make a nuke plant happen, but it's 9 things from across the entire spectrum of the game production. Like it really makes you use every tool in the toolbox.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Which is kind of nice, really, because they need to have those kind of builds in the late stages of the game where you're working with everything.
Yep. Yeah, it's a good game design.
Yep. Yo, let me out. Let me out, game.
Yep.
Oh boy.
Was my train over there?
Oh. Yeah, it big lag spike. Big lag spike. While I was trying to dismount from your train.
Interesting. Well, I just told it to go back to its bay. So we'll start the session with a train parked and ready.
Oh, I should probably get mine to...
Yeah, it's
Come back
probably a
home.
good
Taxi
idea.
is just about to show up. And Spud Taxi's right behind, so...
Yeah, edit timetable.
Timetable,
There we go.
taxi, edit timetable, save changes. I'm not going to bother to turn off its self-driving. It's just going to throw a fit.
It's just to sit there and go blink, blink, blink for a few minutes, and that's fine.
Yep. Nuclear power! Yep.
All right, we're right back over there in a moment.
Been a heck of a session, really.
Yeah, it has.
Yeah, we figured out a plan, then started implementing it, and built some very, very, very large buildings.
Yeah.
And then we will at some point be making 1 or 2 particle accelerators,
And
depending
we'll
whether
get
we
to
want to just overclock one or...
Yeah, it might depend on how we want to handle that, yeah.
Turn off self-driving, duck taxi, turn off self-driving.
So many animals tried to kill me today.
Well, you were in the swamp.
Yeah. This is entirely something I've done to myself. Oh, man.
Alrighty, hey, look at that.
Hey.
Hey.
We have A3 31st day. We have an official save as of now.
There we go.
94 hours, 23 minutes.
Dang.
We are
we're
safe to
we're probably
exit.
gonna hit nuclear power right around before 100, so that'll be nice.
It's gonna be in that ballpark, yeah.
Yeah.
There's not as much to do as you really think.
Yeah. No, it's just like figuring it
Yeah.
out, figuring out the best place for everything, and then just getting everything. Yeah.
Just getting everything connected together.
And
yeah.
this is definitely a job where many hands make light work.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I mean, you guys know how many months I spent on my nuke power plant, and that was with half the uranium.
Yeah.
Oh, he spent forever.
Yeah.
That was a project. So, alrighty, well, it's been fun. It's been real.
It has.
Happy birthday,
Hey.
Nick.
Thanks for
birthday,
spending
Nix.
my birthday with me.
Good times.
Very good times. This was nice.
All right. Well, I guess that'll be a day.
Yep.